What's up, guys? आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ MTV Hustle from Home सीजन 2 कब आएगा भाई? सीजन 2 जब भी आएगा तेरे को पता चल जाएगा. What's up? So, as you guys know, this is the regional week, and yes, my name is Paritosh Parmar. I'm your host, and yes, today we have someone from K-City. K-City. इसका नाम है CIZZY. रौनक चतुर्वेदी from K-City, and he'll be with us anytime. बहुत मजा आने वाला है. So regional week है. Yesterday we had someone from Rajasthan, and आज कोलकाता से है, कल फिर दिल्ली से रहेगा, गुजरात से रहेगा. बहुत मजा आने वाला है. Crazy week. And yes, we're just waiting for him to join. बहुत मजा आने वाला है. Bangali rapper in the house. So let's wait. Let's have Q&A. अगर तुम लोग K-City से हो तो फायर भेजो, हार्ट भेजो, सपोर्ट करो भाई को. He is doing a lot in K-City. What's up, brother? कहाँ पर हो?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Am I audible properly?
Yeah. I have my earphones plugged in, so I can hear you.
Awesome. How's lockdown going, bro?
The usuals. No one really cares. I mean, everyone's like outside already. I mean, they have only lockdown in their mind. That's all I'm saying. On social media, they're
Right.
yeah.
So bro, as I told you, like this is a regional week, and we getting a lot of regional rappers, and you're one of them. And thank you so much for the time, first of all. And
Means a lot, man. Likewise, bro. Likewise.
yes, because we've been listening to your song. I think it's been a year, like where we have you in mind. You guys doing good in K-City and your songs. I think one of your song was Kolkata, which I first heard last year, like KOLKA.
LKATA.
I haven't listened later, but yes. Thank you so much, and I have some Q&A questions which we usually do like a interview session. And so, if you are okay, let's go ahead then.
Yeah. That's it, man. Yeah.
So first thing first, like how you got in the scene, the rap scene?
Whoa, that's like way back, right? So back then there was not any sane, like sane thing when I started. It was like 10, 11 years back. It might be 12 years as well. So that's when I was producing music, because I was always in a musical family. So I learned music from the age of 5. And then I was into music production. And then I met these Anglo-Indian dudes who were already rapping, and they came to my studio to record their verses. And I was a big Linkin Park fan, right? So I was a big Mike Shinoda fan, and I had all of those things in my mind. And when I heard these guys come in and spit this crazy rhymes, that's a bahut sahi tha. So I was like, I gotta do this myself as well. But I mean, that's when I started rapping. I used to do it in English first. I mean, but then after a while, पता चला मतलब English में उतना अच्छा नहीं आ रहा है, तो I thought let's just switch to my own thing. I mean, I'm not really good in other languages. You can already tell that my Hindi is not that good.
Yeah. So which was the first song when you thought कि यार I can rap,
Okay, so I mean, I've been doing that for a while when I was rapping in English, but then I had some issues, like I had some pronunciation issues and accent stuffs and all that stuff. So I was not really feeling the songs that I was making. So that is when I thought, why don't I try something in my own language? And that's when I picked up the pen. I started rapping in Bengali. So I think the first song which I made and blew my mind was Bhumika and Kolkata Rasta. And both of those tracks came out around 2015, 2016. And that is when those tracks really went viral in the Kolkata streets and Bangladesh and everywhere. So that is when I thought, man, if people are feeling it, so I think
why not? Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell me about the new song. We just recently dropped Hari Bol.
Yeah. So that dropped yesterday. So basically, it's about this revolution that we have to go through. I mean, we have seen a lot of revolution last year, but most of it just got diffused as soon as all of this global crisis and pandemic started happening. Everything got diffused, but then I have been saying outside, and we have been caught up with this silly stuffs in social media, whereas India and the whole world is going through major things. I mean, they're facing really major oppression. So I thought revolution has to come through even in the worst of times. So that is how Hori Bol came out. Hori Bol is basically a Bangla saying when a dead body gets passed on to the crematorium. So that's when people cheer Oh, shout out to Black Zang, by the way. That's the king of Bangladesh, Bangla rap.
Wow.
Shout out to Black Zang.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, so that is when people chant Hori Bol, and that I used in the song because it's like the workers, the people who were oppressed, they were finally starting to revolt. They are finally starting to say no to all the oppression, and that's how like Hori Bol came up. So yeah, I mean,
Wow.
shout out to Search for Dope, Joe's Joint, Bianca Love. They are also on the song. So, yeah.
Yes, yes. Because I thought first I thought it is like a Haribol. Like Haribol is again, and
Yeah,
when it comes to Bengali, it becomes Horibol, something
it
like
also
that.
becomes horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, bro, before we go ahead, let's do something. Yeah, if you have any beats, a cappella, whatever you're comfortable,
Yeah, sure,
let's
sure, sure. I can drop some bars. Let's say I'll just do one of my songs, I guess.
anything.
I'll start with one of my latest songs. It's called Change Hoga Puro Scene. This has production by DJ Skip.
All
Let's
right,
get it, man. Let's get it.
let's go, let's go.
Yeah. As soon as the beat comes up, let's get it. Is the beat audible? Let's get it. Yeah. Change Hoga Puro Scene. Mr. Pop. Sing. Let's get it. You can hear that part there. Yeah. With the beat right there. Change of the machine. Say. Change of the machine.
Nice, nice, nice. Shout
So,
out, shout
man.
out. Nice, nice. Full
Yeah.
vibing it, bro.
Yeah,
Full
man. Yeah, man.
easy,
It's all
easy.
about that Bangali life, man.
Yeah. Tell me, like, how's the scene there, yaar? KCT का कुछ scene बताओ.
Okay,
How's hip hop?
K-City, okay, hip hop belongs here, like any other form of music. Kolkata is all about music, okay? I'll keep it very real. I mean, Kolkata have always been about music. It's always been about all the art forms. So it's not really out there on the mainstream sector like that because of the, like vernacular things, because of a lot of like, the monetary thing and a lot of shit. And mostly because people are very lazy out here. So that's one more thing. But when it comes to making art, Kolkata is always one step ahead of the game. I mean, K-City have been making music since way back in the day. Like one of the very first rappers from the whole country that was A-List. He came from K-City. And A-List is one great freestyle rapper. He's a revolutionary rapper. I mean, he talks about revolution in his rap. I mean, his songs were up there even before people like us started rapping. And then we have had crews like Underground Authority and all of that. And right now we have J-Trix, and you know what it is, right? So people are really keeping it real out here. But there's a large form of music which comes from the suburbs as well. It's not just Kolkata, it's the whole West Bengal. So people have different sounds from all over West Bengal. Like Chandanagar has Old Boy, and Anu's is from Maslandapur. So we have all these different sounds coming from all over West Bengal, and we have a lot of Bangladesh influence as well. I mean,
Yeah,
Bangla
yeah.
rap was already popping from a long time in Bangladesh. I mean, it got featured in Netflix as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I mean, so all of this influence coming and together, you know how it is. So, yeah, Kolkata have been doing it for a long time, and I think they're in it for a long run, man.
So,
Yeah.
which is the place where you can, go straight and have a hip hop night at, like, best place to hang out in Kolkata, like anywhere.
Best place to hang out. If you're looking for nightlife, you have to come
Yeah,
to
yeah,
one
hip
of
hop night.
hip hop night. So you have to come to one of DJ Felix's shows. I
Oh,
mean,
okay,
Felix
okay.
gets all these crazy hip hop acts. He does in
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
UG. UG is in HHI. And if you want the street flavor, you have to come down to Nondon on a Sunday, because that's where we do the Sunday ciphers, and we have been doing it for a long
Wow.
time, the cipher project.
Yeah.
And we have been ciphering every Sunday, getting all these people together.
Wow.
Yeah, and also if you want live, authentic hip hop music, which is also on the stage, you have to check out Top Cat CCU. So that I think you have already checked out Top Cat CCU when we did
Yeah.
the MTV Hustle Cipher. So
Cypher.
yeah, so that
Yeah.
is where we did the. I mean, that is where you keep it real. I mean, people come and drop their acts. I mean, you can always check out Street Food and Park Circus and acts like that. And it's super cool, man. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So, you already named few, but who's like, who's your favorite right now in your city? The whole of
My
Kolkata.
favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite in my city would be me. Just keep it real, man. I mean, if not me, then I will have to go with Jetrix. I mean, yeah, he is dope.
Okay, yeah, he's really killing it. He was there on the show, like he was there
Yeah,
on the
yeah, I
live
know,
session
I know.
when we started.
Yeah, I know.
Like I think in 20 days, like yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
and tell me, tell me, I want to know the story behind that song called Kolkata, Kolkata. Like because that was a song where I was like, dude, this is the guy. Matlab, you need to keep a watch on this guy. I think it was
So
last year,
basically,
right?
actually, that was a continuation from Kolkata Rasta. That is where it started. I mean, Kolkata
Oh,
Rasta was
okay.
the song that came out in 2016. And I had a live video of that, which got put up on a Bangladeshi portal called Planet Hip Hop. And that went viral all across Bangladesh and
Wow.
Kolkata streets. So, I mean, it just got sent through phones and WhatsApp and stuff. So everyone who was spotting me on the streets were like, dude, you were that kid who I saw on Facebook today. So
Wow.
it just went viral. So I had to follow that up. And I always had a lot of stuff to say about my city. So that's how KOLKATA came up. And shout out to Jengata, that's a Bengali record label, the only
Oh,
one which did only Bangla rap till now.
right,
So
right.
I released Middle Class Pachali and KOLKATA Kolkata through them. So it's a really cool stuff, man.
Mhm.
But I mean, it started with Kolkata Rasta, though. I mean, that is where
Okay,
it started.
okay. So tell me,
Yeah.
like, apart from rap, what are you studying? Like, what do you do in
Oh,
college?
I actually do nothing. I mean, I only do music. I'm a music producer. I mean, I have already quitted 5 jobs. मैंने 5 नौकरी तो छोड़ चुका हूँ अभी तक. I mean, मैं 5 साल पहले I completed my electrical
Okay.
engineering, and then I
Wow.
joined a job in Noida. Then I went to Delhi and Bombay, and then came back to Kolkata, and then I've quit all of those jobs. And right now I'm just making my own studio and doing this
Nice.
music
Nice.
production
So,
thing. Yeah,
like, as you said before, like, your
yeah,
family had a music background. So,
yeah, yeah,
see, music is, for singing is okay. Like, if you do
yeah.
singing, but when it comes to rap, right now the generation is changing. So,
Yeah,
how's your
of
family
course.
supporting you?
Well, honestly, you know how the deal is. I mean, I have been able to take a lot of like important steps in my life, and I don't think I would have been able to do it without the support of my family and my parents. I mean, they were that is the only good that is the good thing about being in Kolkata, because Bengali parents are always very supportive. I mean, they want you to pursue art, whereas the parents from any other parts of the country wouldn't support it. I mean, so
Yeah.
people out here, I mean, even my mother is an artist, and my whole
Wow.
family is an are included, some form of art or other. So they're like, if I wanted to do that, they never stopped me from doing it. They always wanted me to pursue it, and they helped me to get where I am. But yeah, I mean, it's not. It's like they really had no clue about the kind of art that I was doing. So I had to figure
Right.
out all of this by myself. But at the end of the day, I mean, when I started, there was literally nobody to help me.
Uh,
So I
exactly.
had to figure it out all by myself. And but then
Right.
that is when I realized I have to help everyone who comes after me, and that is why I started the Sunday Cyphers and the Cypher project and everything.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. So, tell me your process. Yeah. So, when you write a song, like, what's your process? Like, do you go into a zone, or it's just like randomly you choose a topic and start writing on it?
Well, it's different from every time I start writing. Sometimes it's the very musical point of view. I mean, I'm a musician first and then a writer. I consider
Okay.
myself a better writer than a musician, but I like I like music more than writing. So I just think of it from a musical perspective. And sometimes
Right.
words just come to me naturally because I love
Okay.
freestyling. I love freestyle rap. So whenever I
Mm-hmm.
get down to write, I mean, I just have a bunch of words hitting me in my mindscape. And whenever
Right.
the soundscape just gets those words out of my mouth even before I start thinking. So I
Okay.
just start
Okay.
writing and the words come naturally, man.
Right. So, but
Yeah.
as you said, you're into music also. So, is it a
Yeah.
beat first, or is it a verse and lyrics first? What when you make a song? So you
It comes
go
both
for
ways.
okay
It comes both ways, but most of the times it's the beat first, and then I
beat
feel
first.
the soundscape, and then I write. Yeah,
Then you
most of
write.
the times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. So, what is the easiest topic to write on? Like a breakup song or a love song? What is the
Oh,
easiest topic?
for me, the easiest topic to write on is my city. I mean,
Yeah.
everything that I observe, literally. I mean, everything that I live in a place where I'm seeing a bunch of things happening around me. I
Yeah.
wake up and see these
Yeah.
kids not even sure how they're going to end the day. And I see these people standing on the queue for some water, for some
Mhm.
food, and they don't even know how to get on to the next day. And all these things I observe give me enough stuff to write about. I just say what I think and what I see, basically.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
But when you write a song, there are different elements in the song. For example, there's a
Yeah.
hook, there's a
Yeah,
verse,
yeah.
then there's melody and everything. So, what is your focus when you make a song? Like, since you have a knowledge of music, also, what's your focus? Like, my hook should be like this. Like, you focus more on the hook part, or the verse. The verse has to be like very, approaching. What is
Well,
what is your thought?
I'm a singer as well because I have learned classical singing from the age of 5.
Wow,
But uh,
wow.
I don't really stress too much about the composition of the song when I start to write. I usually want to make people believe in the words that I'm saying. I want to make them relate to what I'm saying. So when I start to write, it's basically the words, and then when I start composing, I figure out a way to turn some of it to a hook. And it can be catchy, it can not be catchy at times as well, but it has to be
Right,
relatable to people.
right,
So that's
right,
my
right.
primary thing. Yeah.
So, like, one thing you wanna say to, especially to guys who are in your city and you started regional rapping, like your language, rapping in your language. What has
Yeah.
to be the
I,
first thing which has to be in the mind?
well, the first thing that has to be in the mind that there is no shortcut. I mean, when it comes to regional rap, there's not many
Mm.
people who has the agility to stick on to this. I mean, there's gonna be success, but you're gonna have to work really hard for it. I mean, the audience is really really less. But if you stick to it and keep on working on yourself, you're gonna get there one day or the other. But if you are
Yes,
looking
yes,
for shortcuts, you are never gonna get there. You have to stick
right.
to it.
Yes, yes. Because I was, as you said, I wanna ask that only. Like when you do regional, okay, so it has a
Yeah,
limitation, as you said.
of course,
So
of
for
course.
you, for you, it is a plus point where you can also rap in English, which is a global language. Everyone knows
Yeah,
it. But when it comes to restriction like this, some few rappers might leave it because arey yaar,
they do.
it is just a small audience and they
They
cannot.
do. I mean, they do it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so what has to be the second step if someone have to expand, but they have limited to, a small amount of state like audience?
तो अभी अभी एक बात क्लियर कर लेते हैं, मतलब बहुत लोग पहले सोच लेते हैं कि अभी बांग्ला ज्यादा लोग सुन नहीं रहा है तो हिंदी में कर लेते हैं, बट हिंदी में
Right.
करने के टाइम में कंपटीशन भी ज्यादा हो रहा है. मतलब
Exactly.
if I
Yeah.
wanted to if I wanted to rap in Hindi, my Hindi sucks. I mean, this accent will never cut it.
Right.
If I had to compete with someone like Jetrix with my Hindi rap, I don't even have a vocabulary which is as strong. but
Exactly. So you should
but
master yourself, what you know better.
exactly, you have to focus on your strength. I mean, I
Right.
know my Bangla rap, and I know that when I write my Bangla rap, there is nobody who can compete with that. So I
Right.
have to focus on my strength and make sure that I'm the best at that
Right. Right.
and stick to it basically.
And I feel like if you're good at a small thing also, that can make a big impact in the whole
Of
world.
course, of
So there's
course.
no stopping. Like it's not about the language. I think it's about if the message is right, people might translate it. People might tell you to like
Yeah,
subtitle it. And, it can reach out to a
there
lot
are
of people.
examples of things happening like that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
I
Tell
mean,
me that.
last year
Yeah.
I released a song called Jhool Mama, and that went up to 2.2 million hits. And
Wow.
I mean, I was surprised because, but then one thing that got released from a big record label of India. So, and
Still,
yeah,
audience is
yeah,
listening. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, people still listen to it. I mean, it's an original language, and people still listen
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal. Yeah,
So when someone for example when you said like you guys do a Sunday cipher or something.
yeah.
So if not even a cipher, if it's a stage performance also when someone is rapping, so as an audience, what do you look at the first thing when someone else is rapping?
Lyrics, man. Flow, lyrics, that's it, man.
Okay.
And
Okay.
some really smart one-liners. I mean, that is
Yeah.
one thing I look for. I mean, if you can surprise me for a moment there, that is a moment that I'm gonna remember. You have to create some special moments that I have to remember. I mean, even with songs, there are certain moments in a song that I'm always going to remember. Like Divine had that line, "Bharat ka Raja, mera shahar ke paas Taj hai." I'm never gonna forget about that line,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
So these are
Yeah. Yeah.
moments that you have to create, man.
Tell me, like as you said, there has to be lines which hit you, like it's there
Yeah,
in your mind. But
yeah.
tell me, like a song which you made, which you had a crazy difficult time to deal with. Yeah, sometimes you get stuck when you make a song. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, you're not getting it. So how you deal with yourself at that point of time?
Basically, when I see myself stuck at a zone, I stop
Mhm.
trying it because I have heard this very famous line from somewhere that
Okay.
when you try too hard, you take an L. And I am not gonna take an L. So when I find myself stuck anywhere, I just stop trying. I never try too hard. I just
Right.
switch to
Right.
something else and try something else. I mean, there's a
Right.
lot of things to try, right? And I just like to have fun in my life. I don't really,
Right.
go out there and I'm not that ambitious. I have my focus, but not that ambitious that I have to do it, otherwise I'll suicide or something like that. So it's not like
No, but
that. So
it's
yeah,
it's fair enough. Yeah, we all are humans. We all get stuck
yeah. I
somewhere.
mean, I'm here to have fun, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
have my life, man. I'm gonna live my life and write about my life.
Yes, yes, yes. So, who is your inspiration? I just want to know, like,
First
globally. I'm talking
inspiration,
about. Globally, I'm
first
talking about.
inspiration, Mike Shinoda, man. Mike Shinoda,
Okay.
Linkin Park, Mike Shinoda, first and foremost.
And if I
Linkin
talk about,
Park was huge back in the day.
yeah, of course, yeah, of course. If
Yeah.
I talk about Indian inspiration, do you have any music guy in head?
Indian inspiration. I used to really love Nazy when he started rapping.
Mm-hmm.
At his very first, and obviously Divine. I used to be a crazy fan of Divine
Yeah,
until very
yeah.
recently. And
Mm.
recently, I would say I'm really digging Amy Way recently. Really
Okay,
digging him.
okay.
So yeah, and MC Stan. MC Stan is a really good rapper as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, which was your song where you had difficulty writing it?
Okay, so in 2019 only, I had to write this song called Middle Class Panchali. So it was basically about the middle class life that we live. I mean, that is when that is when I started doing my fifth job. So basically, I was frustrated to the extent that I have to do another job and to just, to save up more money
Right,
because
right,
I mean,
right.
I just ran out of money because I was investing on my studio and everything. So I just had to join the job again. And that is
Mm.
when I was frustrated to a point that I'm again getting up on the bus, going to the office and sitting on the desk till
Yeah,
9 and then coming back and not even getting time to talk about, my
exactly,
whatever my heart
exactly.
wants to talk about. So that is when I started rapping about exactly that. I mean, that is, I never rap about all that. I mean, I am not a very sentimental guy. I'm not a very emotional guy. But that is the first time when I felt very sentimental and started rapping about it.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, that was middle class Pachadi. Yeah.
So sentiments के नाम पे let's have a small performance.
So if we're talking sentiments, there's one song that I'm very sentimental about, and that is Kolkata Rasta. So I'm gonna perform that one. Let's get it. Yeah. You can hear Kolkata with this song, man. I made this way back in 2016. Kolkata, stand up, let's get it. Yeah, yeah. This one's from a city. Yeah, yeah, let's get it. Yeah. Kolkata Rasta, ekane papi chachasta. Kolkata Rasta, ekane papi chachasta. Kolkata Rasta, papi chachasta. Kolkata Rasta, ekane amra. Diwali rate kishore kulti side e halka kumar shanu. Stage er pichone boshe handle mere sanjay hermano. Vishal milase would play action to chore gola padano. Kukitu bagul lore city of joy take connection dekhano. Amra adur jola base vide back pocket and money back take tule niye go kanda. Chacha kachi command lore khian bole jete me shuru koto bole amader kore mabe panta. Eta Kolkata Rasta ekane papi chachasta. Amare din kore kasta. Kuchu bichi kasta. Doctor wala puchkan nahi bache bigel bacha. Eta Kolkata Rasta ekane papi chachasta. Kolkata Rasta. Kolkata Rasta ekane papi chachasta. Kolkata Rasta papi chachasta. Kolkata Rasta. Politiske kaছে বিশ্বের রক্ত আছে ঠান্ডা খুঁজে পেলে তারা শান্তি শুনতে চায় হেমন্ত মান্না আর চাঁদের আলো তো এখন ফেলে বিরহ হয়েছে কান্না অশ্রুপাতে শুধু খুঁজে পেলে দিন প্রাপ্তি তো রাত বাইরে গরিব মরে বাইক পাখিয়ে নির্রাত প্রতি শনিবার চলে বাজে গান শনি পুজো উপলক্ষে সব দেবতার শেষে নেতাজি ও পায় না লোকে নেতাজি পুজো স্বাধীনতা পুজো নেশাটা মানায় না প্যান্ডেলের পেছনে মদের শোর সামনে চিঠিয়ে জানাইয়া মাতনাম উপরে মারামারি করে আছে দেখ ওই লাশটা কত রক্তপাতের সাক্ষী কলকাতার এই রাস্তা বিশ্বের প্রাণ কলকাতা আমার প্রাণ শেষ করে দেব আমাদের করলে অপমান রাস্তায় মাঝে হাঙ্গা ছেড়ে দেবো মিলে পাঙ্গা তুমি রাত মেরে মেরে ডাঙ্গা করে দেব ঠান্ডা কলকাতার রাস্তা এখানে পাবি চর্চা রাস্তা আর ডক্টর বলা ফুচকার নাই বাজে পাঁচটা কলকাতার রাস্তা এখানে পাবি চর্চা কলকাতার রাস্তা পাবি চর্চা
Nice.
That was Kolkata Rasta.
It's nice. I think there was a bit of echo, so people who weren't
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, I saw some comments out here. I mean,
Yeah. But it's okay. But it was clear to me. But I think people had a problem.
Okay. So you can always go check it out on YouTube, though.
Yes. So, tell me about I want to ask you about the show, yeah, because EPR made a big, he was killing it on the show. So tell me, who was your favorite in Hustle?
I mean, it has to be APR, man. He's from our city, no matter what. And he's dope, man. He's dope for sure.
Yeah. And
I mean, we've had some differences in the past, but he's dope, man.
Yeah. But if leaving EPR, then who's on second number?
Quiet is there.
Yeah, Gaurav. Yeah. He was nice. See the part say.
Yeah, ekdam. I love that song, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
That's what
Even there was
about the line that should hit your head, like it's,
Yeah.
the part say.
Yeah.
Nice. Tell me what's happening next. What's your dream collab? What's coming up?
So basically, me and Joe's Joint, we are two rappers, producers from Kolkata. So we dropped the first ever self-produced EP back in 2017, and that was huge in Kolkata. So that was called Lupo Shankar Noy, and that came up from this hip hop, and that was the first kind of Bangla rap thing that actually hit the scene. So then we took a break and started doing our solo things, and then we are coming back again. This year we're gonna drop the next street food EP. And we are called the Street Food Music, by the way. So basically this year we're starting to do all the recordings even during this quarantine. So we're just making time to do it, and we're gonna drop it really soon.
Nice. Someone asked your YouTube name. What's your link or name? Username.
Okay, so you have to go to the Cypher Project's YouTube channel, or you can just search CIZZY on YouTube. You can just search CIZZY on Google even. I mean, you're gonna get it.
Yes. Tell me about your dream collab. Like, what is like a yeah, this is the collab I want to do.
Okay, so that has to be an international one where I really wanna go out there and collab with Mike Shinoda if possible. I mean, I want to get up on the stage and do a live collab like how Jay-Z did with Linkin Park. So I
Right.
just want to do it, man. I want to get there and to bring hip hop and alt rock again together. So that's what I want to do, it, man.
Wow, wow, wow. So,
Yeah.
tell me when you coming to Mumbai, yeah, next कब आ रहे Mumbai?
Not sure, bro. I mean, अभी तो I mean, everything that's going
Lockdown.
on around the
Yeah,
world, man. I'm not even sure if I'm getting out of the house anytime soon.
because this year with Hustle we planned so many things, but
Okay.
due to this COVID-19, because we had a plan of doing it like last year we did 6, 7 cities, but this year we were
Yeah.
planning really, and we thought of getting everyone to Mumbai, and the things were
Yeah,
happening, but
man. Everything
we
got.
can't. Yeah,
I mean, this is weird, man. With everything that's happening around the world, we can't even think where to take this music thing. I mean, it's just getting stuck in a point. Yeah.
so tell me, what's next? What are you doing, Abhi? Like
So,
I just want to ask, like if someone wants to do a collab with you, like what is the procedure, like how to get in
but they
touch
just
with
have to make a cool song and send me. That's it.
you? Yeah,
Just make a cool song and send me. If I like the song, I'll hop on it, man. I mean,
yeah.
I rap all the time. So basically, this is my hobby and this is my profession and this is my
Mhm.
passion. This is my life. So if you send me a good song, I'm all in. I just go
But
all in.
but you do check, right? Like
Yeah,
when
yeah. It has to be a good song.
yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just ignore the DMs and everything. But you do check
Well,
everything.
it's I don't I mean I don't think that no one wants to ignore. I mean, when you have too many messages on your inbox, it'll be
Yeah,
hard to check all them out. I mean, I think I might have ignored one or two, but I try to go back and search them and schedule them for a time being when I can go back and listen to all of that. And I try to do that. I'm not sure if I could listen to all of them, but I try my best to do all of them.
right, right, right. And I think a lot of people don't approach properly on DM, so it becomes
Yeah, they just
difficult.
basically send me a link.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. I think that is a bad approach. So why will I
I
check?
mean, it just gets lost.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bro. Thank you so much. Had a good
Yeah,
chat. Yeah. If anything,
yeah,
last message.
likewise, bro.
Yes. Any last message before leaving? Give it to KCT, everyone, India watching.
I just want to say that I see everything out here is very disappointing, and everything that's going on in the world might not be the best possible outcome of 2020. But as I said in my first song I performed today, change hoga puro scene. That means change hoga, pura scene change hoga. Just
Right, right,
you gotta do your thing, and scene will change, man. You just gotta
right,
keep doing your
right.
thing, man.
Nice, nice, nice. Let's have a small performance before leaving.
Right. So I'll just perform Beat Dong Show and then we'll leave. Let's get it, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Shout out to A on the beat. He's the producer of this track.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get it. This song does 2 lakhs organic. Let's get it. Hey. Dándome una tinta, tu tinta, mi tinta, se ti sei solo tinta, ce ne dà tinta, solo come tinta, una borolando che manca nel mondo da riconoscere, devi timpare, sei pure le pare, sono già pure sapo, ma per venire volando da hit con kata YouTube online, diceva ponte che bonga, che per questo che per you, I don't fuck with you, pure non vuoi catare, non vuoi pure mata con i robi con la mano, con i rock, con i yaki, da via, dice quando non è stato 20 quando 20 non c'è da come like monkey, a truck for me, a cano hunter, Rudy Ronga Kanki, a gas party and red and market, boy, shut up, cool like. Ecco, non so, faccio pacchi. Ah, dopo c'è un dove andare a sentire che se no, che what? I just saw you love it. Back to the rack, gas to the gas, for the gas, for the ran back. To the last back, so hashtag, for the gas, for the chase, like a gas, and go to your backpack, I just want to morir, for the time they flow. For the hot, the baby, shop out, and the canic, whatever, and the taekwondo. And you want to put it to the ছেড়ে বিধ্বংস ছানা পড়া চোখ করে হাম পড়া হাম ধরে গাদা গাদা চোখ বলে আন পড়া গানটাতে নেই কোনো অর্থ তাই খেটিয়ে মেরে দিল রিয়েল কিছু নেই তাই মেরে দিয়ে ছেড়ে দিল এই মানে নড়ে বা ভবানি ফুটো করছি জামা যত তো কমেনি না করছি আজ তো ঘরে নেই এই স্বপ্ন দেখেছি তাই হাঁটতে শিখিনি আর কত ধরে হাল জানে চাটতে শিখিনি আর নিজে করেছি এই কলকাতা ব্যাপী ভেবেছিলাম আমরা সবাই কিন্তু না খালি চাই না আমার টাকা লেগে ভিউজ করে কাটা টাকা তাই করে আসে না গাড়ি হয়রানি সেখানেই হয়রানি ভাই সব কিনি ছিল হুট করে একটি স্লিপ দিল কলকাতা রাখতে নেই মুখ নাকি কানে না হেবে না এরিয়া বাড়িতে জানে না তুইও মিলিয়ে ডুবে কোনো সিন ভিউ মানে হিন্দি বানানো হয়নি খুব ফ্যাক্টর ওই ফেসবুকে পোস্ট গুলো এই দিকে দেখবে আর দিকে বুঝি তোরা ভাই প্লিজ একবারে ঠিক তোর পায়ে ধরো হ্যাঁ ভাই Bangla rap to the top, let's get it!
Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Nice. Thank you so much, brother. It was
Thank
fun.
you, bro. Thank you. It was fun. It was fun.
Yes,
it was
yes.
real
And
fun, bro.
please, and keep in touch. Anything.
Of course, of course.
You have my number. Just keep in touch. Send me all the
Yeah.
updates. And yes, again, thank you
Shout
so
outs to
much.
MTV Hustle, to the culture, man. Shout outs to all of y'all for doing your thing. Just
Yes,
keep
yes.
doing it, man. Change over puro scene. Bangla rap to the top. Let's get it.
Yes, bro.
Peace out.
And I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Thank you.
Let's
Take
get it,
care,
man.
bro. Be home.
Take care,
be
bro.
safe.
Stay safe. Yeah.
What's up, guys? बहुत मजा आया, bro. Follow करो भाई को. गाने जाओ, सब्सक्राइब करो, फॉलो करो. एंड इफ यू हैव एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस जो रैप को आपको लगता है मैं भूल गया हो, डायरेक्ट डीएम करो एंड he'll make sure he answers everyone. And yes, MTV Hustle from home with me, परितोष परमार. मेरे को भी फॉलो करो. I represent to the culture को भी फॉलो करो. And yes, that's it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Again, it's a regional week. We have a lot of regional rappers coming in. So, कल के लिए तैयार हो जाओ. एंड MTV हसल फ्रॉम होम घर पे भी आ रहा है संडे 7 बजे. तो उसके लिए भी चेक करते रहो संडे को. एंड कीप सपोर्टिंग, कीप रैपिंग, कीप हसलिंग. आई विल सी यू टुमारो 6 o'clock. एंड यस, बाय, टेक केयर, पीस.